I want to ask, because I know you and I, we've done work on this as well. When we talk to people about setting goals and the limiting beliefs can sometimes even limit people in setting goals in the sense of they'll play small, right? And then we have a saying, if your dream is not scaring you, it's not big enough,
Yeah.
right? Can you expand on that a little bit? And what does that mean? And really, for someone who's not ever done anything like this, you do want to start out small. You don't, I mean, I don't know, or maybe you do want to go out big. I mean, how would you deal with someone like that? Because most people are not used to working in that realm.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got to start with one small little baby step and achieve that win, right? You can't tell you I was that person that never set goals. When I first started really working with a coach and a business coach and really helping me to set goals, I could not even write them down. I couldn't process them because I'm the type of person that didn't even try. I hate to say that, but that was me.
Wow.
And that's where I'm very hypersensitive to it because to tell someone how to set a goal or to set a goal, they may not be ready to receive that. So start with something really, really small. Like let's just say that you always tell yourself that you don't like to cook. I'm not a cook. I'm not a chef. I hate cooking. Okay, but you want to because let's say you've got a family and you feel like I want to cook for them, but I hate cooking and I'm not good at this. Start with something small, right? Go make spaghetti and meatballs. You need
Mm.
three ingredients. Even buy the frozen meatballs and the jar sauce and boil the noodles. But then focus on the feeling that you feel after you've accomplished it. Okay, so we're talking about feelings. We need to feel these things in order for us to be intrinsically motivated to want to do more. Okay, so set something very, very small. Now, if I gave that goal to a CEO of a company, they'd be like, "What the heck? Like, what are you doing?" That makes zero sense when they want to lead a corporation of 2,000 employees and I'm not telling them to make spaghetti and meatballs. So everybody is uniquely different. Start exactly where you're at and then say, what's one small win that I can accomplish today? It could be, especially people that have any sort of goal, that starting it to wake up a little bit earlier in the morning to plan out your day. That's one of the biggest things that I get some pushback on. I'm not a morning person. Limiting belief.
I will give you that all day, every day. Yes, 100%. And I know you're looking at me, Lori. However, I'm quite happy with that right now. Okay. I'm happy and do not judge me. And I know you don't, but still. But I totally get that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I love that you
Oh
just said that,
no.
Ayesha.
I
We're
just put my foot in it. Okay.
can I offer you a new perspective?
Oh, yes, Lori.
This is a perfect, perfect example because you're not in a place that that goal matters to you right now.
Hmm. Wow.
It doesn't matter to you. So why would you set that goal? It's not my business to set that goal for you, right?
See, that's a really important factor. It is really up to the person. You set your goal. No one else can tell you what your goal should. Like we don't should on ourselves, right?
Yes, yes. You don't. And so that is I love that this conversation went in that direction because half of the time that we set goals, like going back to the very, very beginning of this, it could be because that's what society thinks that you should be doing, or that you
Mm.
feel culturally that that's what you should be doing, or you feel that these decisions are made from maybe past experiences with goal setting. Like, if you feel like you have to do it for someone else, you're never going to be intrinsically motivated to do it. It doesn't serve you. It's not necessary. I always, always said I'm not a morning person. So I made that to be my truth because I have that feeling. I love to sleep in the morning and stay cozy in bed and not have to be rushed. Okay. I have an emotional attachment to that. That little birdie I was talking about flies up to my mind, to my conscious brain, and says, "It is a fact. You do not do mornings. You like to
Mm.
stay cozy. You like to lay in bed and think about your day before you have to get up and feel rushed." So that was my truth. It was a fact ingrained in my conscious mind. Now, when things shifted for me, is because I was growing a very rapidly growing business. I two small children at the time. I was still had my other business that I was running. Still, a wife, mom, trying to do laundry, trying to pack lunches, trying to do this, trying to do this. And my business coach said to me, "Why don't you try getting up a little earlier?" My roadblock was I don't do mornings. I'm getting up early enough as it is. My kids are still waking up at night or they're coming into my bed. I wake up like I was waking up like 2 minutes before my kids and then starting my day and feeling completely frustrated because I was chasing the clock, trying to get them ready for school, trying to get this stuff, pack my lunch, pack their lunch, pack this, do this, do this. And I started with 15 minutes. And then guess what? I'm now at about 1.5 to 2 hours for my morning routine because is time for me. My days have changed. My attitude has changed. I have more time to think and focus on me. For me, it's prayer time, reflection, journaling, thinking about my goals and my dreams and my vision. Where before, I didn't even have time for anything because I was chasing the clock all day.
Wow, that's really, really powerful. Okay, let's say that you're speaking to someone and they're all inspired and they get all fired up, and then they go, okay, Lori, I'm gonna do this. And day one happens, day two, day three, day four, and then they start to kind of slip back into their old patterns.
Yeah.
How can you kind of through that? Because it's very easy to get fired up. Like I'm not gonna have you in my pocket talking to me all the time. At some point, my own consciousness has to take over. So how do we work with that?
So motivation's only going to take you so far. So number one, don't be surprised by that habit cycle because a lot of times we get very excited and supercharged and that motivation's only going to take you so far because that's a surface level motivation that you're acting off of. That's why I keep referencing going that 7 levels deep. That was a very, very big game changer for me because what happens is that when you're emotionally attached to it, then it's lighting a fire under your booty like you've never felt before because you've never wanted anything so bad before. And that's what's going to ignite it. Now, revisiting your vision, revisiting your dream and your goals every single day. Again, we don't write them down and bury them in a notebook and you flip over the pages and not revisit. So for me, morning routines are that time to reconnect to the dream and the vision and the goal. One of the biggest things people complain about is I'm overwhelmed. That is a limiting belief that's preventing you from ever getting your life in order. So, just saying that out loud, you are giving permission to your conscious mind to say, life is overwhelming. I can't do more than I'm already doing. The excuses start popping in, and you're giving permission for your life to continue staying in that overwhelmed cycle. So, let's say starting earlier, and I'm going to encourage everybody if you want this bad enough, and if you want the goals that you say that you want, start with 15 minutes in the morning and connect to it. Connect to what you want, your vision, your goal, whatever that is. Get yourself into a place where you're so deeply connected that you would put yourself in that future space of understanding that this is what my life is going to feel like when I accomplish this goal. When I'm there, I'm going to feel this sense of peace. Close your eyes, visualize it, feel it, smell it, the surroundings. You can taste it. You can bring who else this is impacting this goal once you achieve it. Bring people into that vision and dream with you and the impact that's going to have on other people's lives. It's not just about you. And that's the thing when you're setting goals is like sometimes when it's just about you and it's so surface level, then yeah, it doesn't matter if you hit that goal or you don't hit that goal. But when there's purpose attached to it, that goal and that vision, it means something deeper than that. That's something that you're fighting for. That's where you find your grit. That's where you find what your purpose is and what you were put on this earth to do. If we play small and just allow ourselves to give ourselves the excuses that this is just my life, this is what it is, I'm just going to sit and complain about it, you could be missing out on the most unbelievable life and future for not just you, but the legacy that you're passing it on to and people around you that are seeing and witnessing the change within you.
Wow, that is huge. I like how you keep talking about the motivation has to be connected to feelings. And I think that's a very integral part of this. Just say words that don't actually you should get choked up when you think about your dream, right? They should really like be that strong or powerful for you.